Let's go. All right, I will do it. I will create the best lead template there is. And I'm going to share it with you for free because why not, right? So we're going to discuss the 4 levels of lead creation: absolute noob, intermediate producer, producer, and godlike producer. So we're going to see what a noob producer usually does and how we can get it all the way to a godlike producer. So after watching this video, you'll be able to create the most insane leads. There are no questions anymore about how to create that perfect lead. And again, I'm going to share it for free with you. So without further ado, let's go straight into it. Right, welcome to the project. Let's listen to the noob leads. Yeah, so this is usually the first phase when you're starting music production. You're just going to stack 1 or 2 leads, and then you're going to put the reverb on that same chain, on the FX chain, and call it a day, right? Very basic, not much to add, but yeah, definitely a beginner problem, only sticking to 1 top lead layer, no chord progression, nothing under it, just very blunt. All right, so let's move on to the intermediate leads. Okay, so what we can hear right now is that it is being sidechained. It's being sidechained by this fake sound right here. It's beat controlled. You can hear the sidechaining, and there's also chords added. So this is, I would say, if you're producing within half a year to hopefully not longer than 1 year, I would say. Now let's go to the pro leads, and what we'll add here is we're gonna divide the lead in stereo, but also add some left and right to it. So not only one main lead that covers both stereo and a little bit mid, but we're definitely having other sounds that are complementing the lead on the right and on the left channel, as you can see right here. All right, so let's listen to the pro leads. That already sounds really good. You know why it sounds really good? I just talked to you about the complementary leads on the left and the right. Those are these ones. So you have a higher one on the right side and a lower one on the left side. So this complements each other. Sounds really nice. And then with the chords, of course. And now what we added is a pad layer that is being sidechained. So the chord progression in a pad. So altogether, that sounds really nice. Now let's listen to the final boss of leads. Let's go. All right, so what we can see visually is that we have a lot more layers stacked here. We have the filter nodes. I'm going to explain to you what that means in a bit. We have the stereo that has been going on for a bit, main left, main right, but now we have harmony added to complement the melody itself. So altogether, now it sounds, so the harmonies sound like this. It's a complete different melody than the main melody, but it's in the same chord progression. And now it sounds like this. So you hear all these leads playing, and the tricky thing about lead layering is that you have to know what you're doing, because you're stacking leads on top of each other, but they have to complement each other. They have to sound good with each other and in harmony with each other. And that's going to take time to practice, because what you'll usually do, especially if you're a beginner, is you stack, 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 and you lose all the dynamics, and it's going to sound very muddy. So yeah, this is next level. A main lead, left, right, complementary lead, and then the harmonics. And then to give that a little bit more support, you have the chords, pads. But that is only what is happening on the front side, what you can visually see. Now, let's go back to level 1, the noob leads. Okay. Let's look at the lead. Okay, no, not even an EQ. Okay, yeah, that's very noob. Just people loading up presets, which is fine if you're a beginner, right? Reverb on the same channel. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would put it on a sense so you can equalize everything. Stereo enhancer. Okay, that's not bad, I would say. Not bad. Very basic. So there's no sidechaining going on, no dynamic EQ compression, no compression on the leads, no saturation, all that stuff that will take your leads to the next level. Okay, let's look at level 2. All right, so now what we see here is the same lead, but now it gets sidechained by these. Yeah, these are fake samples. So these fake samples will tell the lead when to duck. It's based on a P controller and then a volume automation linked to the P controller. You know what I'm saying, right? And then, yeah, we have the chords. So this is already pretty good, decent intermediate leads with the chords and the side chaining and everything. Pretty decent, but now you're taking it to the next level by adding more left and right. But let's look at the lead itself because the whole routing is completely different. For example, we see now that the lead buses are all split up. We have, for every lead, we have a separate channel that routes into a lead bus, and then the lead bus is being split by delay, reverb, and altogether that blends in the OTT final, which was OTT. I put a Maximus on it. I've tried to do it with free plugins as much as I could, so you guys can work with it. But yeah, OTT will make it a little bit more snappy. So completely different ball game. You're rerouting everything to make it sound blended together, EQing the delay, putting a limiter on the reverb. Like, this is the next level of lead processing. Okay. And then what else is happening? Well, we have over here the left. They all go to the same bus, so it blends in nicely together. And same one for the right. Chords are being sidechained, pads are being sidechained, everything's being sidechained. But then the next level, the God mode, absolutely the God mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, 5 layers for just one lead in general. Combine that with the chords and the pads, you have 7 layers for this lead. Now, what is next level about this? That this is being sidechained properly, but there's also a, well, you could put a track spacer on it, but if you don't have a track spacer, dynamic EQ sidechaining. So what that means, let's see where this is right here. So every time the melody's playing and the kick are playing together, that is clashing together because they're using the same frequencies. Well, I sidechain that. So every time the kick is playing, it ducks. And on top of that, the God mode lead has a saturation knob, and for just more clarity in general, add some crisp to it. Softtube has a free plugin where you could do that with. And we have the reverb also sidechained to the fake kick. So to summarize it, the Godlike lead, dynamic EQing with the automation on the peaks, and we have a kickstart, we have proper saturation, we have proper compression on it, everything. Oh, and the stereo image field to make it sound more wide. So there's a lot of things in the Godlike lead that are missing when you're just getting started. And that's completely fine, because as you move on and learn more, you're going to dive more into this stuff. So that being said, if you want to know everything what I just talked about, I've put the full lesson in the ultimate Hardstyle Producer Program, and I'll break down everything step by step. I'll build it from scratch, and you can see on the way how I complement leads with each other. Eventually, it's going to form this epic lead that you can use for euphoric or raw style in general. Thanks for watching. Catch you to the next one.